Hi, this is Dr. Nicole Duran here. I am going live to demonstrate what I want my student to be able to do tomorrow. And if she can't do it tomorrow, she will do it eventually. She keeps practicing, because these are all skills that come back and back again. And her book is slightly different than mine, so I think some things are easier in the older version of the book. Okay, so I'm just going to say what she should be able to do is a chromatic scale on the bassoon, up and down. And then I will make sure that she's got the long joint and the tenor joint attached very well, and that her thumb is pointing towards the bell as she goes from the C to the B to the B flat. So we'll do one more example of that going up, and this is all slurring. About her read test. I forgot to put that on the list, but right after this live I'm going to put it on. So she should turn on the tuner. Good, and a reminder, the reed goes at a little bit of an angle. Thank you for the encouragement. Definitely, I need people to get on there and subscribe, because it's so fun to have a music studio that's growing and like be able to check in with people as I'm working on things. And I have a daughter who's also a YouTuber, Marianne Duran, and she's a musician too, and she does all her stuff around. She's like, Mom, do lives, because you can do lives. It's easy for me. So I appreciate you guys being here. I'm going to teach a music lesson tomorrow on this instrument. When I started playing it, I thought, I'm the only one that plays this thing, the bassoon. And has anyone else seen this before? I always wonder how I end up in people's feeds. I think it's people who are interested in music or in Christianity or encouragement or composing new stuff, but you know, YouTube knows who to send things out to. So that being on the list, I'm going to get her to go up and down, play every single note on the instrument. I'm going to talk to her about this little strap that holds up the bassoon. That's got to go out to the end of the chair. It can't, you got to have good posture so you can get all the air into it, even if you're tired. So it should be like 1 inch away from the chair, from the front of the chair. And I'm going to ask her to make sure that she's angling her head down, not going up to the reed. part of this live to show her. What happens? Huh? Okay, now why does that happen? I'm still trying to figure out YouTube, people. Oh, thank you. Yadahi Berhe. Yay. I wonder if I need to. Oh wow. Well, there's me. It seems like. Hi. I don't know where my camera went off. Wait. And there was like. Okay. So we're going over like we did June Jumpstart feature for all the different instruments I play. Piano, I do composing, I sing, I play this instrument, the bassoon, and I'm starting somebody off who's starting high school. She's going to be the only bassoonist there. I want to make sure that she remembers everything to do. Okay, the other thing is very fun, and it's called subdivision, which every rhythm that you hear musicians playing, they are subdividing underneath it to keep all the parts synchronized. And so I noticed when she played all by herself, it seemed like she didn't really have a sense that subdivisions were going on underneath her. So I'm going to play an example here with metronome subdividing for me. Not that you want to play with metronome all the time, but it helps sometimes. All right, so it's just a simple one. They have more complicated. Now that's too fast for her. And I'm going to look ahead here because I see there's some scale passages. I want to make sure I can get through that at this tempo. Yes, we're going towards 1,000 subscribers, and we just did an example of like subdividing, like kind of keeping that rhythmic alertness going on. Then we can also do another beat underneath it, which is kind of fun. Like, I think we've got 16th notes hooked up on this. No, we don't. Okay, well, that's all that. You just kind of have to hear, you can like tap it for as long as you're playing. I really like this piece. And then we're going to go over kind of like, we're going to go over some of the dynamics, like should it be loud or should it be soft? I think it starts medium loud, and then the big change is going to be these little short, cute little notes decorated, and then a forte piano. That's so cute. These are the kind of things that make people feel the bassoon is very special. And then, what else can I go over with her? We did this very interesting project on the Rite of Spring, which is a crazy, crazy high piece. Does anyone have a favorite season? Is anyone's favorite season spring? It's not. Oh, that's cool. Hey, if I didn't pick up that spam call, it just leaves it on. And then I guess eventually it comes back to me seeing myself. Ooh. Weird. YouTube is so wonderful and a little funny to figure out. All right, where? Ah. All right, it's so nice to have Yadahi Merhe with the encouragement, and Terry Forrest, hello. Okay, I'm gonna pretend somebody on here just loves spring because it's not as hot as summer. It's a mid-month, mid-season is what I mean. We're gonna try to play it 2 different octaves here. It's written up crazy high for the bassoon, but this will sound like a little more calm. Maybe this will be right of fall. So it is supposed to sound mysterious and weird, like a riot broke out after this piece was first composed, because it was all about pagan Russia and had very odd sounding melodies. But now that we've listened to enough, it's familiar. So that was fun to hear it in the 2 different octaves. And the trick for the beautiful tone and getting things in tune is trying to hear the note a little bit ahead of when you're playing it, and tuning your intervals like octaves. So I will constantly be listening to sounds and trying to categorize them in my head, and that helps me both read and write music. And I'm sure it helps you guys too. I mean, everyone's categorizing sounds, figuring out if they like. Okay, I popped back on here. I wonder if I can get off. There's some strange alarm going off on my phone that says can. Like, does that mean the garbage can or what? I have no idea. I'm gonna go see if I can delete that, because then if I don't, it's gonna say, oh, you were snoozing it, and it's gonna kick me out of here again. All right, stay here. Music is coming in a second. Okay, that worked. I don't know why it said can on Friday. Many of my alarms do not make sense anymore on this phone. So I feel like this reed probably needs a little bit of work, but it's fun to practice just that tone that you want to kind of blend in with other sounds. Like this is the tone where you want to stand out. But if you just want to blend under the other instruments and under the radar, it's kind of like yeah, that'll be good. Okay, and then we have this purple book. We are going to play some purple book. And I just heard one of my old college friends from Bible study playing an example of one of these in Ohio. And so I'm imagining she's probably teaching students just like me. The years go by, and in classical music, a lot of students have to learn the same things. And each new generation of musicians gets to have their own fun, and new teachers get to kind of remember, ooh, what was I doing when I was a kid? Okay, so we'll get some of that ready for tomorrow, and then Mozart, we have some more. There's one last little thing, which is one of the first solos I played like 40 years ago. I'm going to see if I can print it off the computer and then bring that out. Okay, we're getting some music ready for the next little round here, and I'm seeing if my printer is going to be nice to me in the international source of sheet music. I'm going to switch my reed. Okay, so this is an example of one reason why I am only accepting online students for July. One thing is it's hot, and I feel like once you get up the motivation to actually make some music, it's very hard to get in a car and like you could go to a performance, right? But it's very hard to just like get some input on something that's a work in progress. So make it easy, just do it online. Still make a lot of progress that way. And it saves some time, some hassle for parents and schedule coordinating. So I'm going to definitely do things online, and then I'll free up some time for me to create this new cantata that I'm writing, and put things up on Buy Me a Coffee, like, hey, find this thing, it's so fun, I'm drinking coffee, and like getting all these new melodies together. That's going to sound really beautiful, and I can figure out what's going on with my printer, so I could actually print some music for her in the fall. Hopefully she's continuing. But I'm just going to play a little bit of this right off the computer screen. This was the very first thing that I got a superior rating on. It was for the Paris Conservatory. So we've got C minor here. Beautiful key. All right, welcome everybody. Subscribe for the end. That's crazy. I didn't realize I played so high when I was just a wee young lass 40 years ago. All right, well, keep making music and subscribe to hear the progress. Bye.